morning, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to esteemed participants of the debate tournament, Stop Bullying. Today's world is insistent on speaking out about such a phenomenon as bullying. It is time to raise the alarm, lay stress on bullying and education institutions. Bullying, physical violence, cyberbullying, and as a result, shooters in school and universities, broken lives, lives cut short. Today, within the walls of the Thomas Education School, the final of the debate tournament devoted to the topic Stop Bullying is going to take place. Congratulations to participants advanced to the finals. Allow me to introduce jury members whose decision would identify the winners of today's debate tournament. They are the City Coordinator of Almaty Debate Center, Janabayeva Dariga Amantaevna. The head of Thomas Debate Club, Dubrovsky Alexander Sergeyevich. I would like to give the floor to Ms. Gulzat Aymokhanbetova, Deputy Director of the Cambridge School. Please, the floor is yours.
Good day. I'm very delighted to participate to today's debate, and thanks for choosing this topic, which is quite important to all our students, adults, teachers, and for any company, any school. It is very important question that we have to discuss, we all have to know. And this is a question that needs to be open. It's not something that has to be hidden. It's not something that has to be just left behind. So thank you very much for choosing this topic for today's debate. And good luck for all our participants.
Thanks for your speech. And I would like to present our jury, Rosa Kalieva, who was the first participant of the Future of the City TV project. So I would like to give you the floor.
Good morning, everybody. Dear participants of the debate tournament, finalists, dear guest speakers. It's an honor, actually, to be here with you today, because I'm a representative of a millennial generation, and you are representing the new generation, which is called Generation Z. And it's a great pleasure to see that debates is still a topical tool that the new generation would like to apply in their everyday life to make our lives better. And I wish you today to be able to hear each other, because, you know, every day we're using gadgets, we are distracted by million instruments like television, smartphones, but the ability to hear each other is such a crucial thing that I would like, dear participants, for you to use. And, you know, being able to hear each other and being able to find a common solution to problems that you face every day, I think is a key to a better future. And I wish you good luck, and I wish you to hear each other, and I wish you to enjoy the ability to find the truth. Thank you.
Thanks for your wishes. And now I would like to give the floor to the coordinator of Almaty Debate Center, Dariga Janabayeva.
Hello, everyone. As Almaty debate community, we're really proud of supporting such initiatives as today's debate tournament, because we are strongly interested in spreading and popularizing debates as a very efficient and great educational tool. Especially considering the topic that we're discussing today, the bullying, we believe that because of the fact that the mental health problems are very stigmatized in today's society, we think that it is very essential to speak up and not to keep silence. So I wish a good luck to all speakers, and thank you so much.
Thanks, Dariga. So before we start the game, I would like to remind you in short rules of the debates. In today's final, there would be dueling of two parties, proposition and opposition. Teams consist of a leader and member of a party. Time limit for leader's speech is 5 minutes, and time limit for party members' speech is also 5 minutes. Now allow me to present Proposition Party. Leader of the Proposition Party, Rachtina Milana. Member of the Proposition Party, Pazalbekova Amina. And here it is, the Opposition Party. Leader of the Opposition Party, Fuller Anel. Member of the Opposition Party, Bisyanov Bek Mohamed. Let's welcome the players and wish them luck. Attention, leader of the parties, let's start the game. Leader of the Team 1, Proposition, your time is 5 minutes.
Greetings to everyone who is present at today's debate. My name is Milana, and I'm the first speaker of the team that agrees that it's necessary to criminalize bullying by high school students. So first of all, what does it mean? So bullying is constant international negative actions directed at the same child by another child or group of children. Bullying can take various forms: spreading rumors, threats, physical or verbal assault, exclusion of a child from a group, isolation, other gestures or actions that harm a child. Bullying includes the desire to harm someone with not equal forces between the offender and the victim, the repetition of such behavior, and the obvious pleasure of the offender and the scenes of oppression of the victim. So subsequently, the aggressor is most often self-asserts the expense of the victim, who in turn begins to feel surrounded by enemies, which increase this pressure. Criminal liability is one of the types of legal liabilities, the main content of which is the measures applied by state bodies to a person in connection with the commission of a crime. So we're talking about applying it to high school students, so this is usually in case person who have reached the age of 14, that is, they're able to bear responsibility. At the moment, we don't have a law on criminal liability for bullying. Also, bullying is a phenomenon that is currently widespread all over the world. It can be found in various kinds of forms, but however, school bullying is the worst and carries the severe consequences, because oddly enough, by psychological side, both the bullier and the victim, and also even those who are just around, gets hurt. Therefore, bullying must be minimized. So now it's our first argument, and it's called the scenes of protection and security by introducing this law. So potential victims will know that they now have protection, not only from the state, but also from the society, because it will become everyone's public duty to report a crime. But this will protect not only the victims of bullying, but also those who have committed a crime, because people are different, and some victims may cause physical harm to their aggressor in the desperation. Thus, the moral and physical health of all children will be safe if we will introduce this law. And now it's our second argument. So first of all, for what reason bullying occurs? Because it's mainly the possible way to establish themselves in society and increase their status in society. But with the introduction of this law, it will be impossible, so their social status can only decrease. And in principle, where are the less crimes in general? Where are the strictest laws? Because people are simply afraid to break them. So in this case of bullying, when there is a criminal responsibility, teenagers stop doing it, at least of the fear. In the end, bullying will disappear due to fear of responsibility, and also due to the thing that due to the fact that goal of bullying cannot be achieved. And now our last argument. Unfortunately, sometimes society doesn't realize or even simply doesn't know about the existence of some problems. And it's also in case of bullying. So as an example, you may take the same parents or school teachers who may sort out their emotions on children, and they can take all this aggression on other children, for example, on peers, or what's even worse, on those who are younger, for example, on their sisters or brothers. But by introducing this law, society would understand all massiveness of this problem, because it's responsible from such an early age. Thus, no one can pass by and not pay attention if he or she is a witness to this kind of crime. So, according to this, the society will know the exact problem and will fight it. That was all my arguments. Thanks for your attention. That's all.
Well, thanks for your speech. And now I would like to invite the leader of Team 2, Opposition. Your time is set 5 minutes.
Yes. Thank you. My name is Anela, and I'm the first speaker of Opposition team, and I would like to start with rebuttal. Okay, so the first argument of the proposition team was that this law will provide protection and security to the victims of bullying. Yet, protection and security can be found in various other different ways. For example, if bullying is happening at school, you can report to your school teacher or maybe even a head director of the school, or you can ask for help from your parents, from maybe even your friends, or simply subject teachers. And even if we imagine that we already have this law in action, the protection and security may not work, because school may just not report the bullying that's happening within the school, because it will, of course, decrease the reputation of the school, and bullies are also smart people. So if we will include this law, the people who bully will automatically understand that now they just don't have to do that in public. So they will find ways, places to bully a person where no one can see it and no one has a way to report it. And what proposition might say that victims will report themselves, but sometimes people are just too much humiliated, too ashamed to report. For example, even rapes. So how many women who have been raped actually report to the police the actions that had happened to them? Well, there is of course a percent who report, but there is a percent who do not report because they feel too ashamed, too scared, and too traumatized, humiliated. Okay, so the second argument of the proposition team was that students will now be afraid to break law, since bullying will be criminalized. Okay, so actually teenagers constantly break law without any fear. A simple example can be that a lot of teenagers drink, smoke, they do drugs, and they do it in the ways that no one sees it, no one knows about it. And this is actually violation of a law, but no one knows about it, and they keep doing it. And even aside from teenager, I can give you an example of prohibition, which is dry law that forbid to drink. But did people stop drinking? No, not at all. Okay, so third argument of the proposition team was that society doesn't realize the importance of a bullying problem, and that maybe parents can be actual examples of bullying in home, like maybe domestic violence, okay? So this is a problem, but it doesn't necessarily include the solution of criminalization bullying. For example, we can have alternative solution, We can educate society, we can educate teachers when teachers want to get their job of being a teacher. The head director tells that you need to do this, and you also need to stop bullying if you see that it occurs, or even when parents come to school, teachers should also educate them about the bullying problem. And if proposition team agrees that this problem can come from home or from the reason that society doesn't realize, that means that this is the reason that we should solve. So we should solve the roots of the problem, but not the outcome of the problem. One argument that I would like to mention is that, okay, so this is actually my first argument, that the propositions team solution is solution for consequences, not for reasons, and we should actually include solutions for reasons. About this we'll talk more my second team partner. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for your speech. And now I would like to give the floor to the member of Team 1 proposition. Your time is 5 minutes.
Hello everyone who is present at today's debate. My name is Amina. I'm the second speaker of the team that agrees that it's necessary to criminalize children for bullying from the age of 14. Speaker 1 said that children could say their bullying problems to the directors or teachers or even parents. But this will not finish bullying, because bullies will do it more, because they weren't punished, and they're not stupid. They will do it in non-public places. And for example, much more serious situations such as killing. We can say that because of killing law, people are not killing people. No, they kill, but less. And what happens if there will not be any rules about killing? Terrible situation. So, more and more children are faced with the problem of bullying. 52% of children aged from 10 to 12 to 18 years old were victims of bullying. 32% suffered from psychological bullying. The lowest, for example, the lowest level of bullying was found in Sweden, which has a law protecting against bullying since 2006. This is first direct indicator of working of this idea. Also, the offenders will be afraid to be imprisoned for several years, which can ruin their lives, because all this will be taken into account when hiring. So they will already mock others with less enthusiasm. We will improve our society. It is for our future, so it will be peaceful without any evil situations. We should undertake something now, so we will clean our society. The Ministry of Education and Science will be able to develop and approve rules for the prevention of bullying against minors. This law is necessary to more effectively protect the rights of children. Criminal liability is already widespread in lots of countries. For insult under Article 131, a fine of some thousand tenges, to be more accurate, is 277,000 tenges. But this is not an effective way, because these fines are not paid by the children, they paid by parents. And parents will be more aggressive to their children. So this is one more proof that adding bullying law will be effective. So the condition, so why we should actually add law? Because of course all adults have a duty to explain to their children that they don't have any duty to hurt someone or bully someone. But not all of them are doing their duties. Bullying occurs because something hurt the offender someday,
or for example, the participants of family. Therefore, it's necessary to add a new law to protect the rights of a certain child. How we can be sure that the offender will not continue to bully someone? No one punished him, and he will only continue knowing that nothing will happen to him, so he will do it silently and threaten the offender so that he doesn't tell anyone. How we will find out about such situation? Of course, as we all know, this happens usually not in public places or in places where there is no cameras. But with the establishment of new law, victims will not be afraid to tell the truth to the police, to their parents, to their teachers, since they will know that the law, his own country will protect him and will not leave the abuser, the buller unpunished. That's all. Thanks.
Well, thanks a lot for your speech. And now I would like to invite the member of Team 2. And your time is 5 minutes. Opposition.
Hello everyone, my name is Bek Mohamed. I'm glad to see you all. I'm the second speaker of the Against team. Criminal liability will be ineffective. We can prove this by the example of ban on obscene language in Russia. In Russia, since February 1, it has been banned to swear with obscene words in social media. For violation, a fine or correctional labor is given, but there is more obscene language on social media than before it was banned. This example illustrates that the ban will be ineffective and there will be even more bullying. We know that bullying will never stop, and we offer another way to decrease bullying with conducting webinars, seminars, and talks with children, therefore explaining. Firstly, we will tell how to protect yourself from bullying. Secondly, we will explain who are the aggressors and explain that they assert themselves through bullying. We will talk about the problems of the aggressors themselves, that the aggressors are people with psychological trauma. And due to massive influence, we will convey that the aggressor is not sure of himself, and self-assertion occurs at the expense of others. We will also teach how to defend against bullying, be able to respond to it correctly. It will be worse to bully. Thus, it simply will be impossible to assert through bullying, and it will be humiliating to the aggressors themselves. This method is effective. Let's take an example of our school. We have Unicare Club where we deliver information about children's rights. We have conducted Zoom webinars, seminars in our school. The children listen very attentively and they interested and involved. They ask a lot of questions, and this indicates the effectiveness of our method. And prison will damage the reputation of children, and in future it will be employed. Will be not employed. That's it. Thank you.
For your speech, and are you ready for the final analytical speech? And now I would like to invite the first member of the proposition. His time is 4 minutes, and you should present our conclusion.
So, hello again. The first speaker of our team. It was pleasant for us to hear opposition's arguments, and from now I'm starting my analytic speech. So, all in all, in our mind, we won this debate, and because we had 5 strong arguments. So we had 3 arguments, strong arguments, and 2 replies for arguments from opposition sides. And the first one was about the moral and physical health of all children. Next one was about the thing that after introducing this law, pupils would simply afraid to break the law, and the goal of bullying also wouldn't be achieved. And the last one was about how this law may change society's mind about this problem. Other team had replied to our arguments, but as Amina said, not everybody agreed that it's an important problem, but introducing this law, maybe they will realize it and could understand the scale of this problem. And they replied the thing that society doesn't realize the problem, and said that they may see examples of bullying at home from the parents. But I think that it's not a reply, because we said that is because they don't know the exact problem in their homes, and introducing this law, it may change it. So all in all, opposite side replied our 2 arguments, and one of them we replied again. And also we replied 2 arguments from opposite sides, and these were well replies. We had strong arguments, and also we had statistics, and even gave an example as in university what we can say about the other team. Also, we wanted to make the POI, but the second speaker of opposition team didn't take it. So that's all. Thank you for your attention.
All right, thanks for your analytical speech. And now, I would like to invite the leader of the opposition with conclusion, and his time is also 4 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. So I would like to start with a point of information. Our second speaker simply did not notice the proposition team raise their hands. We're sorry, but it was just an accident. And now the analysis. Okay, so the proposition started their speech with mentioning 3 arguments, each of which I rebutted. I'll not repeat myself, and well, I also mentioned, when I rebutted their arguments, I mentioned mine arguments, yet the proposition team did not react on them and did not rebuttal them. And also what I would like to mention is that the topic that we are discussing today is too relative. So my job today was to prove that the criminalization of bullying will work in higher probability negatively. So it will not work in higher probability than it will work. And me with my partner, we provided to you alternative solution, which proved again by second speaker will work better, and will be thus will be more effective. Okay, so okay, also the second member of proposition team mentioned several arguments, some of which I want to point out were just repeating from the first speaker of proposition team. For example, she said that parents are more aggressive, which was already mentioned in first speech of proposition team, and I believe that the second member of proposition team were trying to rebuttal my point that if parents are aggressive, if society doesn't realize the importance, that means that we need to work with society, with aggressive parents, with roots of the problem. I believe that was an attempt for rebuttal, yet the rebuttal did not happen, unfortunately for them. Also, what was mentioned is that if there is no criminalization law, nothing will happen to bullies, yet I proved that if there is a criminalization law, nothing yet will happen to bullies because they will hide their bullying, they will find alternative ways to do that, and all this was already mentioned in my speech. Also, the first speaker of proposition team mentioned protection and security, and again we provided you an alternative solution which includes protection, which includes security, which also includes for society, for raising awareness of society about the problem of bullying, about the importance of this problem. Also, there was an argument mentioned by proposition team that teenager will be afraid to break law, yet I rebutted it by providing you several examples where no one ever was afraid to break law, and unfortunately I did not hear a rebuttal for my point, thus this argument wins for opposition team. Okay, so I'll just repeat my main point again. If we will not include criminalization law for bullying, bullying will continue. If we will include criminalization point for bullying, bullying will continue. Yet our job is to find solutions that will work best, and this is the solution that that our second speaker provided to you. Thank you so very much. Vote for the opposition team.
Okay, thanks a lot for your analytical speeches. Well, the debates successfully have been carried out. I would like to thank participants for such a spectacular duel. While jury is getting ready with its decision, we are having live broadcasting from Nur Sultan. This debate tournament has happened mainly thanks to assistance and support by the Embassy of the Netherlands in Kazakhstan. I'm happy to welcome Deputy Head of Mission of the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in Kazakhstan, Mr. Nout van Woudenberg. He's live with us.
Dear all, my name is Nout van Woudenberg and I'm the Deputy Head of Mission of the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands here in Kazakhstan. It's with great pleasure that the Embassy is supporting today's debate tournament on the topic Stop Bullying. The Embassy is supporting this tournament within the public diplomacy priority theme Social Progress, which, among other topics, focuses on youth and education. Bullying is a major global problem that can have a lifelong impact on a person. According to UNESCO, bullying is one of the most pervasive forms of school violence, affecting 1 out of 3 people. Therefore, it's important that it's being discussed together and among the youth generation who can bring a change to this pattern. The Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands is glad to support the PR company Tiny Sovietnik and Themas Educational School, who organized this event together, and the young people, like you, who gathered here to discuss this issue in the form of debates. We hope that this tournament today helps all participants, as well as viewers, to learn more about each other, themselves, and urges them to continue with this important dialogue. I do wish you a very successful, but also inspiring tournament, and I finalize with a warm Udachi. Rahmet, spasiba, thank you very much.
Okay, so we've been having a long discussion, and as a result of this discussion, the team that has won this debate tournament is the team Proposition. Congrats. So the justification was exactly this, because first of all, the main clash of today's debates was, will the law decrease bullying or not? And we believe that in this exact question, team proposition provided more justified and more well-proved arguments, such as explaining why there will be fear of prison, why the bullies will lose their social status, and why there will be more reports from the victims of bullying. However, unfortunately, team opposition, even though they tried to bring very good ideas, there was lack of reasons for that. For example, when you were bringing the analogies with women or with other laws such as drugs and etc., you did not explain the reasons why these laws didn't work. It was in a more surface way. For this reason, we consider team proposition that they, from the criteria of probability, they won this debate. So congrats, team proposition. Yes. And the best speaker of this debate round is the first speaker of proposition, Milana. Yeah. So let's offer all the finalists and the winners their prizes.
Now, I would like to give the floor to Ms. Amina Kusainova, representative of the Embassy of the Netherlands in Kazakhstan.
Hello again, everyone. First of all, apologies for the technical issues due to which, unfortunately, our deputy head ambassador head of mission could not join the debate. I just want to congratulate everyone on participating in this tournament, which has a very actual and important and relevant topic all over the world. And congratulations to the winners, and thank you very much for sharing your opinions and thoughts. And we really hope that this dialogue will continue, and it will keep being relevant. Thank you.
Thanks. And also, I would like to note that Theater Jazz Sahna presents to all participants of the tournament tickets to a performance. And now, I would like to present it. Organizer of the tournament, PR company Tiny Savetnik, expresses its gratitude to all participants. And thanks to the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in Kazakhstan, Thomas Education School, and Almaty Debate Center for active participation in organizing and conducting this debate tournament. Now, Lydia Nikolaevna, we would like to present this commemorative present to you. Thanks for your help and for organizing this event. So big thanks to all who participated in this tournament and shared the triumph of this victory. Further, the recording of the game will be posted onto our YouTube channel Reform Etude. Thanks a lot.